don't like the angle it puts me at. See? It's weird. It's not the same angle that we used to have. And I don't know why. I think that the new pop socket is just real tall. I may have to, let's see, maybe I get that phone stand. Who's here? No one's here. No one's here. Let's see, how's this work? Hey, Alex, how's life overseas? That's not the way I want it either. I can't guarantee that this is going to be stable. I have a new phone case, and it puts everything at a different angle, and I'm trying to get the angle we had before, and I'm not getting it. Let's see. That's not gonna work. What's up, Zach? Let's see. That's what you get. See, like I'm not a fan of this at the moment. I'm trying to there we go. That's not great either. It's not ideal, but it's still better than what it was because at least I can see you guys' comments. Okay. I saw a bunch of people just left. Like, oh shit, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's fucking around with this thing. But I do all my live. So you guys know I do all the live feeds this way instead of the tripod because I'm not gonna lie to you, the font's really fucking small. The font is really small when you guys make comments, and I can't see it all the way over at the tripod. So you guys just hang out in my kitchen with me like this. I gotta get half and half. I have coffee. What's in my pocket? Guys, this one is special. There's only one other YouTube video about this knife out there, and it wasn't a real great video. I mean, it was okay for the time, but it was one of those when knife reviews, like for high-end knives, kind of just became a thing. You guys really want to see it? What's in my pocket? You guys really want to see it? It's the Ferrum Forge. A lot of people don't even know this knife exists. This is the Ferrum Forge Arena Knives collab called the Tradecim. I love this knife. It's goofy, weird looking. It's got a weird shaped blade. I love this knife. This one is Matthews. But this is a very limited run knife. This is not like their, maybe, that's better. That's more, isn't that more like the angle we had before? That's about right. Yeah, this was a very limited run. It even still has the milled serial numbers that they used to do. So we're not going to talk about it much, but that's what's on my counter. Are you guys pretty sure you know what's on my? Yeah, it has a fake Hamon. I did a knife here not long ago that by default had a true Hamon, but not like an artistic Hamon. I had put a false Hamon on it, and then turns out during heat treat we created, through the process of heat treat, the way we did it, because we did a torch heat treat right at the apex because the heat treat didn't take the first time. So we torch heated the very apex, the very edge of the thin part of the blade, and oil quenched it, and we got by accident a true Hamon. But it's not the prettiest of Hamons, it's just a dark area. It's on that 1095 Sea Snake that went to David Horstman. He was showing it off in a live feed or in a video. So if you guys that are members are watching, you guys have a handful of videos that are up for you guys only. Those will get turned into previews. Custom of the drawing. Oh no, I'm not doing those as custom. Those are only ever going to be production. There will never be a custom. He's talking about a dagger that I designed that's based on the stonefish that I call the Mukade. That's only ever going to be production. I'm not doing daggers. I have no interest in grinding a dagger. However, the company I'm talking to may do custom versions if they pick up that design. I can't say much about it, but they've been known to do that. go a little crazy with stuff every once in a while. Firm Force Divine. Yeah, the Odium's a good one. The I do like all their production version knives, but I do have to say that nothing. There's a feel to their. I guess the 800. These were 850 when they launched. There's a big difference in the feel that you get with this versus just a production knife. Each one's unique, individual. The blade is each one's going to be a little bit unique because that is a pattern, a fake hamon, a famone, if you will. So they just have a different feel. What's up, Adam or Aiden? I'm sorry. So I'm got a bunch of paperwork due today. Guys, shameless plug. Merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, coffee cups available if you want to support the channel that way. After having a whippersnapper. They are pretty similar in a lot of regards. I actually did not like the whippersnapper. It was a great, well-built knife. I just did not like it. A famone, a fake hamon, a false hamon, a famone, if you will. That's not me saying that. That's a direct quote from Chris and Elliot Williamson in one of their videos. It's not a hamon. It's a false hamon. A faux hamon. A famone, if you would. Coffee cups, coffee cups. These aren't expensive either. These are nice little coffee cups, too. Now, that's called ego stroking. Can't compare to an almost custom production blades are good. How? Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie. It's not fit and finish. It's just little things about it because I've got a couple Wii knives that the fit and finish are. But I'm not saying it's better. The fit and finish is better. I'm saying it's just there's little nuances to the things that they did on these knives. The three different color. It's not so much the feel. It's the work that went into it. Like it's all hand tuned. Every one of them is dead center. The pocket clips all are done in a specific fashion. They match all the colors, but there's three different colors anodizing on this. There's green, blue, and bronze. The pocket clip is orange peeled. There's just little. It's not the fit and finish is better. If anything, from time to time, I will say I like the feel of one of the Wii knives versus the feel you kind of get with one of their in-house works, because the way that they have to finish the titanium to get the look they're looking for sometimes doesn't feel like this. Feels coarse. Now it's grippy and it's good and everything like that. I'm just saying it's not necessarily better. There's just nuances and effort and things that went into it. Good for you. That's a worthless knife, actually. I'm sorry. I don't like the Spidey Chef. I don't like any of the folding kitchen knives. There was one knife that came out that was a folding knife that wound up, I thought, was an incredible kitchen knife, and that was that Niche Designs, and I can't even remember the name of that knife that he came up. That little Niche Design, really broad, thin blade that I found was amazing in the kitchen. So, I mean, I don't like the cuff. I like Leon Ma, but I don't like the cuff, and I don't like the Spidey Chef. I don't like any of those folding kitchen knives. They just really are not good at that purpose. I've thought about various shape things. I've thought about doing a harpooned custom. I have a blank set aside for myself for a custom I'm going to make one for myself. I don't own a single custom knife. I don't own a single one of my custom knives. And so I kind of owe it to myself. I have a piece of steel set aside that I'm going to make a sea snake out of. I have a piece for a stonefish. I have a blank set aside for myself for a stonefish, a sea snake, and a mukade. Or not a mukade, a habu. The mukade is a dagger that I've designed, and I'm trying to get it released. So, and if I can get it done where I'm talking about, it will be a U.S. made product. I just want one of my knives to just say proudly made in America. You know what I mean? I can't afford to do it myself, and if I license it to a company that I think could do it justice, I think it would be cool. Did I mention that I have coffee cups, sweaters? I wish I had my Crazy Sharp T-shirt. If you go to my merch store in the links to my videos, in my videos, I mean, you can get a customizable shirt, put your name on it, or put whatever you want. Brown knives. I just did. There's a video that's coming up. It's coming up here in the next few weeks. Already shot the video, did the breakdown, teardown, I did the Brown Knives Cortex. I'm not as big a fan of the other one. I like the Cortex. I love Warnies. I love Wharncliffe blades. Nothing against that Brown. The what was it? The LC. What did you say it was? The LHCX. I just don't like. I don't like the blade shape as much. You can find them. I could probably find one for you, Alex, if you let me know. I will. I know individuals that own multiple of each knife. I think Nico has an NTAC that he was going to sell at one point, and then the market kind of just went to shit, and no one was buying anything, and I think he shoved it away in a knife case. Let me know. I can ask Nico. And if not Nico, I can ask some other people. Okay, I should be able to work that out for you, guys. I'm gonna shoot a video hopefully today or tomorrow. It's the hardest blade shape to sharpen. Recurve Tontos. Tontos and recurves are recurves and Tontos are about the most difficult. I always cut myself when I sharpen a recurve. Guys, there's 13 of us here and only 8 people have liked. I just am going to keep doing that. So I know you guys sometimes pop in and tell everybody drop a like, but if you could, it'd be cool. A little interaction helps the channel out immensely. So I am going to reshoot the smoothest knife. I didn't like the Drifter. It's a great knife. It's another one of those that is a great knife, but it's just not a knife for me. So I didn't like it so much. It was a great knife. It's well built. Nico has one. I did a video about it. The pocket clips are real long too. If you go back and watch the video, I did a video about the Drifter. Yeah, the SOCOM Deltas are hard to find. I don't know, this Chris style. Somebody was asking about a Chris. These are hard to sharpen if you don't have the right tools. These are just annoying. They're not hard to sharpen. They are no, I'm not gonna lie. That's a hard knife to sharpen. How does your Archbishop compare to this? Oh, the Archbishop doesn't even compare to this. The Archbishop, as nice and smooth as the Archbishop is, it's like, it's like comparing. It's like it runs on gravel compared to that. All the knives in my case, pretty much. Did they ever? Yes, they did make a production knife. It's called the Prolix, and yes, it is a Warnie-ish sheep's foot style blade. But they also had their knife that they made 200 units of. Would you please open? I don't know what I did with my Master Blaster. I don't know what I did with my Master Blaster, and I find that terrifying. That I don't know where it's at. I would imagine that if I go look, I can find it. It is almost grim. No, no, no. You're thinking. I said my Archie has an issue. My there's my Master Blaster. My Master Blaster is for a big knife, almost a smith. It doesn't drop shut, but there's like no friction there. But it's got a lot. I mean, it's different. It's trying to compare apples and oranges. It's kind of not fair to compare some of those knives. Chris and Elliot don't like drop shut. Hang on a second. Try to see here if I can get this set in a way that I can put this back up here. Chris and Elliot don't like drop shut. They feel it is it's a safety issue thing. They don't like the drop shut. So most of their knives have got really smooth action, but they're not quite drop shut. They're like just a little nudge will do it. But it's not like there's any friction there. It's just they yeah, well, and Elliot loves heavy detent. When you have a heavy detent, like the detent on this is heavy, heavy. Because it's mine. I like a heavy detent too. All of my Ferrum Forge knives, when I do them, and I was like, I take them in. So any of the Ferrum Forge knives I bought, I've taken them in. And I was like, Elliot, do the detent thing for me. And he's like, oh, okay. Because I like a really stiff detent because it gives you that snap when you open it. There's no like wiggle in that. You know what I mean? So with the heavy detent, I really do like the heavier detent. So like mine, I'll have like if you grab one of my Ferrum Forge knives, you're gonna be like, holy crap, that lock bar is tight. So. Yeah, I've got fairly strong hands. I do have fairly strong hands, and I do like a fairly stiff detent. Yeah, I did. I used to go to the armory and we'd break out 50 cal machine guns. We would just put barrels on them and carry them out full setup. And the guys would be like, you'd see a guy carrying one, and here I come, and I've got them set so that I've got like the barrels on my shoulders, and I got the up under the charging handles. And I'm like walking through with two of them, and the guys are like, God damn. Or it's not with the barrels and just grab two of the receivers without the barrels. And if I can just walk out and put them down and go back and get two barrels, and the guys like, I was like, I want to save the trips. I don't want to make 4 trips. I'll make 2. I got callous fingers. My hands are fucking. I got nerve damage from shoulder surgeries, and I got carpal tunnel. I can't feel half the. It's not the same. It's really, don't get me wrong, it's really smooth action. You're gonna have to just watch the video because there's 2 videos. I talk about the action in the video, and then I've started. I think I told you guys this. If you were to go look, if you're a member, and go to look at the community tab, you would see that I have a couple videos that are a new thing I'm doing that's called the What's Inside series. So the brown got a spa treatment, and I showed all the stuff inside, and it's the first one I've done, and I'm not great at the breakdown videos like Nick is. Nick has a specific setup. So the first one was kind of rough, and there was problems with some of the video, and some of it, like there's a section that got missed of me putting like Loctite on stuff. It just didn't exist. But I do a what's inside, and so I cleaned that brown up, and you'll get to see like the action after, because I'd sharpened it, and so it was a little gritty, but it was still really smooth. It's really, really smooth. Not quite as frictionless as this. Like this, there's not even noise. Like it doesn't even make a sound. That's where I'm saying like you can't compare. This doesn't even make a noise. Like you don't even hear detent roll or detent slide across the steel. Nothing. It's silent. There's nothing. With the brown, even after I cleaned it up and lubed it and everything, and it was super smooth, but you could still hear the mechanical. You can still feel mechanical motion in there. This feels like, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel like there's movement in there. Like you don't feel the detent. You don't feel the bearings rolling. So there's a difference when I talk about how smooth this is. It's not just that drop shut action. There's just like, there's something different. It's all the parts combined make this my favorite knife. No, I haven't. I have not. And I don't know what's going on, guys. Like, I want to get out of this house so I can start doing sharpening again. But the fact is, we're waiting. The deal is in San Diego, every place is like, oh, well, yeah, we can rent to you. And I've got an 825 credit score, guys. At 825, I've never missed a payment on anything since I was 18. Never. Never missed a payment on a fucking thing since I was 18 or 19. I got a credit card, I made a purchase, and the bill showed up late, and it's one of those cascading things where, yeah, I kind of screwed my credit up. It took me a couple years to fix that. But so I was like 18, 19. I've never missed a payment on anything since then. You know, never a car payment. Like I know that I've gone on vacation and a water bill was a couple weeks late, things like that. But so when I have that high credit score, I'm like, I should be able to rent any place, especially considering we just sold this house and we have a lot of money in the bank from that. We made a good bit of money on this, selling this property. But when you go, they're like, nope, we don't care. You got to show 3.5 times. And I was like, who makes that? Like literally, who makes 3.5 times that? Like you're talking about a place that's $2,600 a month, and you want people to show that they have 3 times that in their income. You're never going to rent that place. So with that being a problem, and the fact that, you know, I can't show running your own business, you can't show a monthly paycheck from month to month. You never know. I'm not paying myself in April. I'm not paying myself. Next month, I'm going to make like $6,000. A month ago, I made like 12 total with everything combined. But I hadn't made any money for a couple months. But that's how it is. When you run a small business, you might have a month where you make $20,000, $30,000, and then you might not make any more money for a couple months. I can't show like constant steady income. That changes. And so with that, you know, it's just nuts that that's what they expect. And I'm like, you guys are insane. So what we did was our realtor had a piece of property. Yes, I do, Ace, but the thing is, like I said, not until I move. I don't want to have stuff, you know, I have friends that are coming. I trust all my friends, but there's always the chance that something's going to get misplaced. I'm not saying anybody would steal anything. Something gets misplaced, something gets set, something gets it's put in the wrong place, and then I don't know where your stuff is. And I don't want to be responsible for that. I have a hard enough time keeping track of my shit. So that's why I'm filming so much content now ahead of the move. So, but at any rate, what I was saying is our realtor had a client that was getting ready to rent some property, and the people that lived there were his clients. We basically just set it up so that they move out, we move in. So that took so much stress out of it. I just don't know when, because what it is we have to wait for the other people that are living there to get the house that they're buying, and then roll. Then we can move. So I've packed some stuff up. Like if you were going to look, guys, you guys want to know, like, seriously, like I have a video that's coming up that premieres tomorrow at 4 p.m. that is literally listed as my $10,000 knife collection. But you guys know that that's just the knives that are in my case. Guys, that's just, there's one box in here that is giveaway stuff for YouTube. This is just knife cases. That is just the cases. That is just the cases from my expensive knives. You know, the cases that come labeled and have the tags and stuff on them that come with a knife. That's not even talking about. We're not even talking about like just the We Knife Company cases and stuff like that. That's like stuff that comes in that has like cases that are like proper. Proper cases. You know what I'm saying? Proper cases. That's just gonna drive me nuts. I want it like that. That's what we had before. What can I put here? All right, Alex, you take it easy. This is gonna drive me nuts. Norseman case giveaway? I'd give away the case, but you're not getting the knife. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to make recommendations because I don't know, you know, I don't know your patience level and things like that. I'm not a fan of fixtured systems. I think that they have a tendency to give you a false feeling of I'm going to be able to do this, and then you get it and you realize it's more difficult, or you try things that are off script, like I'm going to make this edge so thin, and then it comes to me and it looks like tinfoil. So like there's a lot that goes with it. I like the Edge Pro stones for the Edge Pro system. But I didn't like the Edge Pro itself. I like the way the KME functions, but I don't like the stones. I don't like anything about the Wicked Edge because I personally think that you're going exactly the wrong direction to actually sharpen. With that system, you're going this way, which is good. You're doing a stropping stroke, which means that that really does a lot to deburr. But you're going heel to tip, which means that your serrations are going exactly, your micro serrations are going exactly the opposite way that I do it when I hand sharpen. These go this way because I bring the stone and then bring it back. With a Edge Pro, you're doing it this way. And so those little micro serrations are going the opposite direction that I would want them. So I don't like that. And I don't like the stones. So, you know, it's just one of those, there's no good perfect option out there. Oh, that's true, Tom. If you become a top tier paying member, the $14 a month one, you have access to tutorials. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the tutorials have not been done quickly because they take a long time to shoot. There's a lot that goes into these tutorials. Last one I did was reprofiling. I reprofiled this knife. I still have to sharpen this knife, which means that I have my grit progression video, which is going to be going from that super coarse reprofiling stone to a finished edge, which for this one's going to be about 1,000 grit. I still have to shoot that, and I've got to do that before we move. This has to be done before we move. I want to get this back to Nico. This is Nico's little ProTech. That's the only left-handed ProTech I've ever seen. I like it left-handed. I like the button being opposite instead of being under my thumb. It's got a Benchmade pocket clip because it didn't like pocket clip and that fit. So what was that? Well, that's what I'm saying. There's like, I'm not going to do it in a live. To tell you the truth, it sounds like a dick move, but I'm not going to do it because I had always planned on having a paid series, whether it be on Skillshare or if it was only available to my Patreon guys. I'm not going to do a bunch of sharpening advice in videos because the fact is I pay people, I pay people. People pay me to have classes. I do face-to-face one-on-one classes. So I get paid to do that. So for me to give I hate to do it, but like for me to give like little easy tutorial stuff, like I do some stuff every once in a while. I just did a stone soak thing. It'd be counterproductive because that's what it'd be unfair to the guys that pay me because they pay $14 a month to have access to that and some other exclusive content. So I can't really do it. Like I would, I'm not a complete dick like that, but I would do it. But the fact is, I've already set that precedence that the paying members have access to that. So, where's everyone going? Everybody's at work. I forget. Are you guys enjoying the 4 p.m. premiere times? Does that make it easier for you guys to come into the premieres and see, and make comments and have more interaction? Everybody voted. It was like 79%. It was overwhelming how many people wanted to do it at 4 p.m. Yeah, on 4 p.m. That's what I thought. I mean, I thought I'd ask. I was doing them at noon, and I noticed that I just really wasn't getting a lot of people. And like I said, I'm gonna try and get it to a point where I'm putting up content. Not, I will try to put up something every day, even if it's like a live feed. We'll see how this works out. Today's Monday. Tomorrow will be a premiere. Wednesday would be like a live feed, and then Thursday is a premiere. Friday would be. I'm thinking that Friday's live feed would be like question and answer from the 2 videos. Like if you had any questions that you didn't get an answer to in the video. So I'm thinking about that being what Friday's video would be, is just question and answer. You guys got questions about anything you saw in the videos? Like I put up 2 videos on Friday. If you got any questions about them, I'll do a live feed and then you can ask them. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. I got some stuff going on my. Well, that's 7 p.m. your time, so 4 p.m. my time, because that's a good time for me. Because like I can make time at noon, but my day is usually pretty full. With the new business thing, and I'm still doing paperwork to get the certification complete. I spend a lot of my day looking up contracts to try to bid on, and so it's just it's just one of those things. And then there's paperwork that goes with it because each time I bid on a contract, each time I throw my name in a hat to put a bid on a contract, I got to fill out a W-9 and all that stuff. And it's just it's time consuming. It's not hard. I mean, there's been a couple weeks where I didn't, except to walk the dog, I didn't leave the house. So I mean, I can do it relatively with relative ease. It's just a lot of talking on the phone, a lot of filling out paperwork, a lot of getting quotes and things like that. I love the India stones, and I would have a couple of them if it wasn't for the fact that all of my other stones right now are water-based, with the exception of 2 stones that I keep. I have 2 Arkansas stones with my grandfather's, and I keep them completely separate because you can't have water stones near oil. I'm running a risk even having WD-40 on my workbench. So, no, I'm bidding on some. I'm probably going to have one next month. That's why I was saying I'm looking at making about $6,000 next month. So it's just you have to actively look for contracts that fall within your wheelhouse. Like I'm wanting to supply, but I do have an advantage. I can ask if companies offer a military discount. And I have my reseller's license now, so I can get wholesale pricing. So I can get wholesale pricing and a military discount. So it allows me some room to get get below what some other companies charge me. But guys, it's been like 30 minutes. I don't want to keep these live feeds longer than about 30 minutes. The wife and kid are gonna be home soon anyway. I have a lot of stuff I have to work on today. I have to submit some paperwork to the state of California for the business. And I had to deal with the I got to deal with the franchise tax board stuff today. So I like Arkansas stone on some knives gives you I like it on my kitchen knives. I use an Arkansas stone for the finishing edge on my kitchen stones, or on my kitchen knives. I mean, so I use an Arkansas stone for the final finish on this. So this needs washed. My wife apparently cooked bacon yesterday while I was gone, and it's greasy. So Yeah, I'm gonna cut this, guys. Love you guys. If you haven't already done it, drop a like on your way out. Stop by the merch store. Stop by the merch store. Like I said, I got mugs, and the t-shirts are really, really great. The sweatshirts are the co-branded one. I understand if not everybody, but it has a great big logo on the back. But they are all the stuff that is nice. Oh, I'm not that mad yet. I do. My allergies are killing me though, guys. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you see my eyes? I can barely breathe this morning. There's freaking pine trees behind my house. You guys take it easy. I'll see you later.